You know what's terrifying? Most Americans think they're doing fine financially, until they're not. I'm talking about people earning six figures, nice cars, nice homes, great vacations. They look rich, they feel rich. But here's the truth most financial advisors won't tell you. Looking rich and being rich are two completely different things. And the gap between those two realities, that's where financial disaster lives. I've spent 8 years working in banking and personal finance, and I've seen this illusion destroy lives. People who thought they had it all figured out, suddenly facing foreclosure, bankruptcy, or working into their 70s because they can't afford to retire. So if you're over 40, earning decent money, but something still feels off about your finances, this might save your future. I'm Michael Stone, and today we're breaking down the dangerous illusion of being rich and why so many hardworking Americans are trapped in it without even knowing. This isn't about shaming anyone. This is about truth. The financial system wants you confused. Banks, credit card companies, and even the lifestyle you see on social media all profit when you can't tell the difference between wealth and the appearance of wealth. And if you're over 40, this matters even more. You don't have time to recover from major financial mistakes. A 25-year-old can bounce back from debt. A 50-year-old? That's retirement money disappearing. So we're cutting through the noise. No jargon, no hype, just clarity. And if you're watching right now, comment your city so I can thank you in the next video. Let's start with what most people think wealth looks like. You've got a decent salary, maybe $80,000, $120,000, even $200,000 a year. You're driving a nice SUV, you've got a beautiful home in a good neighborhood, you take trips, you eat out, your kids go to good schools. From the outside, you look successful, but behind the scenes for millions of Americans, that SUV is a $700 a month lease you don't own. The house is a $3,500 mortgage you're barely covering some months. The vacations are sitting on a credit card with an $8,000 balance that never seems to go down. The lifestyle is paycheck to paycheck. If you lost your job tomorrow, you'd be in serious trouble within 60 days. This is high-income poverty. You're earning good money, but you're not building wealth. You're funding a lifestyle that looks like wealth. And most people don't realize they're trapped until something breaks. A medical bill, a job loss, a market crash. Then the illusion shatters. Let's run the numbers. Say you're making $150,000 a year. After taxes in most states, you take home around $100,000, roughly $8,300 a month. Now add up the rich-looking lifestyle. $3,500 for the mortgage, $1,200 for 2 car payments, $800 for insurance, $1,500 for groceries and dining out, $600 for utilities and subscriptions, $700 for kids' activities, $500 in credit card minimums. That's $8,800 a month. You're already $500 in the red, and we haven't talked about retirement savings, emergency funds, healthcare deductibles, home repairs, or anything unexpected. So what happens? You put it on the credit card. You skip saving. You promise yourself you'll catch up later, but later never comes because the lifestyle keeps demanding more. This is the illusion. You earn 6 figures but have no financial margin, no cushion, no real wealth being built. You're not rich, you're performing rich. Why does this happen to smart, successful people? First, lifestyle creep. You get a raise, but instead of saving the extra $10,000 a year, you upgrade the car or move to a bigger house. Your expenses grow as fast as your income, so you never actually get ahead. Second, social pressure. If everyone around you drives new cars and takes expensive vacations, you feel pressure to match it. In America, success is judged by what people spend, not what they save. Third, the financial system profits from your confusion. Banks want you carrying a balance. Car companies want you leasing forever. Mortgage lenders want you buying as much house as you can barely afford. They're not focused on making you wealthy. They're focused on making money off you. If you can't tell the difference between being rich and looking rich, you're the ideal customer. Now here's the part most people don't want to hear. Real wealth is boring. It's not the flashy car, it's the paid-off 10-year-old sedan. It's not the massive house, it's the modest home with a manageable mortgage. It's not designer clothes, it's money quietly compounding in a retirement account. Real millionaires don't usually look rich. They look normal, sometimes even cheap. Why? Because wealth isn't what you spend, it's what you keep. Compare two people. Person A earns $150,000 and spends $145,000. They have $5,000 left. Person B earns $80,000 and spends $60,000. They have $20,000. Person B is wealthier by a landslide. Wealth is measured by financial freedom, not income, and financial freedom comes from the gap between what you earn and what you spend. The bigger that gap, the more options you have, the less stress you carry, the earlier you can retire, and the safer your family is if something goes wrong. That's real wealth. So what do you do? First, calculate your real number. What's the gap between what you earn each month? If it's negative or close to zero, you're living in the illusion. Second, identify one rich-looking expense you can cut. Just one. Maybe it's the car lease. Maybe it's eating out 4 times a week instead of 2. One decision that creates real savings. Third, redirect that money into actual wealth, an emergency fund, retirement account, or debt payoff, somewhere that builds your future instead of your image. You don't need to go extreme. You just need to stop pretending and start building. Before we finish, comment below and tell me which city you're watching from. I love seeing where this message is reaching, and I'll shout out cities in the next video. If this opened your eyes, hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss the next breakdown. And if you want to go deeper, check out the next video where I break down the retirement mistakes that destroy even 6-figure earners. This is Michael Stone. Your money works better when you understand it.